What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Chimera and welcome back to another video, and today we will be going over the 1.5 trailer that has been released on Genshin Impact's YouTube channel. So let's jump into it and let's see what the new things have been added. I already have seen this video already, but I'm not going to try to spoil anything to you, but I am going to go over all the new things that they will be adding and my thoughts on it actually, because there's a lot of new things that has been added.
If it is fated, we will meet again.
I wonder whose voice that is. So I don't think this place has been added in the game. I just don't remember this place. Maybe this is going to be a new dungeon area, just because like I don't remember this. I don't think this is in the ice territory. But I haven't really gone through the ice territory, so it may be there, but I think this is a new area actually.
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks.
Okay, this area is in the game currently actually, because this is where Ganyu and Zhao start training. This tree, I remember. It looks amazing.
I guess that could have been them.
So as you can see, this is type of a dungeon
There was
area.
a child staggering in front of them.
So this is our main protagonist, or the main villain that we'll be facing against. I doubt that we're going to be fighting, but it is a child, and we already have a child who's also was a bad guy, but by the looks of it, he's going to be a really bad guy who actually just wants chaos, and I'll be surprised if he is in the same cult or whatever, in the same guild as the current child, whatever you want, Taltaria, whatever his name is. So if he is, he's kind of young to be in it, but if he is, that will be interesting. But he gives me the villain vibes for sure. Red eyes, come on, man. Also, I'm impressed that he's able to break a seal like that, especially in his age. Just imagine how strong he'll be if he grows up, man. He'll be God, man.
Ashtaha, forged of elemental crystal.
Forged from elemental crystal. That's interesting. So, was he forged by a god, actually? Because remember, gods are like amazing builders and that stuff, and he says forged from elemental crystals. So I am guessing he was created by a god, like, because I don't think he was born by it. Like, he would be like, I was born from it, but I think it says forged, so it must be a god that created him. But I doubt that it's any of the gods. I don't think it's Zhongling that created him. But as you can see, Zhongling is, by the looks of it, sealed him because those are his pillars. By the looks of it, these are ceiling pillars.
Raged earth will not absolve
he breaks those.
you.
So as you can see, he can use different elements than Geo. He's using electric right now.
You stand upon your tomb.
Okay, so this new boss really reminds me of the latest boss they added, the Geo boss. And this is kind of lame in my opinion. I was hoping that they would add some different kind of boss. Like, it's the same. It just reminds me so much of the new boss, and I don't enjoy fighting the newest boss. Like, I feel it's kind of stupid and repetitive. And this boss, I know it's gonna add a bit of difference to it, but he has different moves and that stuff, but still, it just reminds me they're too similar in my opinion. As you can see, Zhongling is very pronounced in this trailer. Like, he has a lot of screen time on this trailer. I'll talk about this a bit later, but I think there's a reason why they're here.
There is a fine line between good and evil.
This is order. It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me.
So, I'm wondering if humans actually turned him evil. Because what I'm guessing is that maybe Zhongling did create him, and he was forced to seal him because he became a bad dude because of humans. Imagine if it does, it will be cool. That's actually a pretty interesting story. But if he was created by another god and Zhongling just sealed him, why wouldn't he just kill him immediately? what I'm guessing, he did create him, and he didn't want to kill him because of his creation, and he didn't want to create like you wouldn't kill your baby, so I'm guessing that's his thought. Like he was like, okay, I can't kill you, so I'd rather seal you instead. And then this child breaks him out, and he still has anger towards the humans, and he hates the humans, even though Zhongling sealed him. He says it's the humans that did this to him. But even though Zhongling was the one who was using those are Zhongling's pillars. So that's interesting. And I know Zhongling, like, I'm pretty sure he knows that he's a god. Like, I don't think he's like, oh, he's just a human. I think he knows that he's a god, because pretty sure this guy is pretty old.
So here lies the wisdom of the gods.
Like, he knows about gods. He's like wisdom of the gods, but I'm not sure how much story he's going to be playing into this. But this is interesting, actually. I do like that it has some kind of story. He doesn't just pop out of nowhere, the boss, so that's interesting.
To dust!
So, as you can see, he created another boss. So, this is the cube version of the bosses. As you can see, this is the ice version. And the ice version, we don't have that. We have a plant that's the boss. The world boss is a plant, not the ice, not the cube version of it. So that's interesting. So I'm guessing that he can create the ice, the electric, and the fire version of them. No, electric we have as a cube. Actually, no. It's fire that we don't have, water. So it will be ice, fire, water. That will be interesting if you can create all three different types of bosses. But these bosses do have their own moves.
Does this count as martial arts?
This is the newest character that they'll be adding.
Ready for trial.
So this is her.
Incinerate.
Incinerate. So she, as you can see, she is a catalyst user and she's a pyro user. I'll talk about her in a bit. So as you can see, this boss has new abilities. This is actually similar to every other box boss, but this attack earlier here is very similar. It's a new attack, actually. That's interesting.
Breath of the flame.
So this is another new attack. It's only showing us ice, but I'm guessing the other two elements is also gonna have their own moves, but it's gonna be interesting.
Inadmissible evidence. Well, I guess
Admissible evidence. That's interesting. Okay, so I think she's a writer, maybe a journalist, because of the evidence that she just said. But I'm guessing she's more of a writer than a journalist. Just because I haven't really seen that many newspapers in Genshin Impact. So.
I've mastered both the pen and the sword.
So as you can see, I mastered both the pen and the sword, referencing that she is a writer. So that's really cool. And I want to talk about her actually now. So I think she's going to be the latest 4-star character added to Genshin Impact, just because we already have a 5-star catalyst user that is Pyro, and that's Klee. So if she's added as a 5-star, it wouldn't make sense because we would have two of the same characters. Like, what I'm guessing, all the 5-stars will have the different weapon types and the element types. Like, I hope they're not just using, like, I hope there's no, like, two sword users and they're both pyro. It would be kind of stupid. It would be nice if they actually have their own weapon and they have their own element. So that would be cool. And I am hoping that she will be a 4-star just because we don't have a 4-star prio user that is also a catalyst user, and we haven't seen a catalyst user in a while. So we got a Claymore user, we had a Spear user, and Diona is also a new character, so she was also a bow user. So we only have sword and catalyst left added as a new 4-star character. So I'm guessing that she will be a 4-star.
People tell me that if I just spoke.
I am guessing this is the newest 5-star just because the new 5-star should have been released in this update, the 1.4 update, but I haven't seen any news about her. I'm not sure if she's still coming or not. If she's still coming, it's gonna kind of be weird to have two 5-star users, but I'm 100% sure that she is the 5-star user just because I doubted that it's gonna be a 4-star user just because Well, she is also a sword user, maybe, but we already got a 4-star cryo user, so I hope it's not a 4-star or cryo user as well. Like, it wouldn't make sense, so I'm guessing this is a 5-star.
More softly, others may find it easier to forgive me, but the only reason...
Also, okay, as you can see, her artifacts, that is... I'm not sure if that is from the artifacts, but she may be a physical cryo user, actually. Even though we have a... Visaria is also a physical cryo user, but as you can see, she is holding some kind of a ice claymore. Oh, she may be a claymore user. I thought she was a sword user. Never mind, she's a claymore user. So that's interesting.
They think that way is because they've never been
also, I like her
pariah
character
before.
design. She looks cool. Yeah, that is a claymore. That is a claymore that she's using, as you could see.
Pariah.
Yeah, that is a claymore. That's a pretty big sword.
I condemn you! Freeze to the core!
So, does she kick up enemies up in the sky, I wonder? But that's pretty cool that she can attack in the sky. I'm guessing that somehow throws them up in the sky. I don't understand why you would do that, unless it actually also creates fall damage, maybe. So this character we already know, this boss we already fought in the latest story mission. So by the looks of it, he will be reintroduced as a boss. What I am guessing, he will be the artifacts boss, this guy. It would make sense, but I'm not sure.
Eye for an
yeah,
eye.
This does look like the artifacts arena. So I'm guessing he is the artifact.
Vengeance will be mine.
As you can see, this guy, this attack reminds me. Oh wait, never mind. This attack isn't hers. This attack is from the lollipop dude. I forgot his name, honestly. So yeah, but honestly, he still has his elemental skill. This only appears after the elemental skill is fully, like, it ran out of its time. So that's interesting. Maybe that is her attack. If it is, it's way too similar to the ice dude's, the lollipop dude's attack. But honestly, I want to know her abilities. Honestly, like, we haven't really seen this. This is an area attack, I'm guessing, that she's doing. Like, we haven't really seen her abilities, like, clearly. So I like her character design. It looks nice. But this is another main part of the new 1.5 update by the looks of it. This chalice, whatever you want to call it. But I think this is a similar thing to the teacup, where the old woman lives. It's similar to that. I think this is a dimensional travel. It travels you to a different dimension. Dimension or place. Maybe it's a teleport or some kind of. I don't know how the teacup works. So, but it works similar to the teacup. Actually, I think it's the same.
Is all yours now.
So as you can see, she gives that to him. But this is your own place by the looks of it. This is only where the characters are allowed. Like, there's no other character except the playable characters. So, as you can see, it's Beidou, the lollipop dude, the book guy, don't know their name, don't care. That's Chi-Chi, that's the newest Pyro user. Oh, I just realized we have 3 5-star characters. 3 5-star characters, yeah. So I'm 100% sure that the newest Pyro user will be a 4-star, just because we would have way too many 5-star Pyro users. Like, yeah, it would be way too much. That is a 4-star, like, I guarantee it. So that's pretty cool.
A certain little helper to await.
So we do get a helper
within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
So it's pretty much, by the looks of it, that little thing right here. Where is it? This guy is gonna be our helper to figure out how to use the teapot, or whatever you want to call the pot. Yeah, I think so. This is gonna be our companion in this realm, I'm guessing. So that's pretty cool.
She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Okay, so, but yeah, by the looks of it, there's no other humans, so she's the only other creature that is allowed here, except dogs and cats, you'll see later on. As you can see, you can remodel the houses inside, because this place looks exactly the same. Like you can see the pillar. It's the exact same, but you can remodel it. That's pretty cool. But the problem is there's way too many houses in my opinion. Like, as you can see, only dogs and cats and playable characters are allowed here. That's pretty cool. So this is the new character. I kind of like her design. I'm probably not gonna go out of my way to get her. She's interesting. I would love to have a pyro catalyst user just because I haven't really used that many catalyst users, and catalyst users aren't the best just because there's a lot of enemies that are immune to their element. So if you're fighting against a pyro slime, you literally can't do anything. So that's the big downside of pyro users, but at the same time, they're the only ones that only use pyro attacks, unless you think about bow users and their charge attacks. So that's Ganyu falling asleep, the book dude, the bear guy, and Zhongling, Diluc. I like how Diluc always has big houses. Like, my dude is rich, man. He's dead ass rich, man. Like, this is where I would love to live. This is what probably I'm gonna build if we are able to build. Well, we will be able to build stuff, but I'm hoping I can build something like this. It looks amazing. I love the art style, like the housing and everything. This is amazing. If I can live here, I will love this. Like 10 out of 10, amazing. Looks truly the best thing ever, man. Having your own personal floating island. Oh my goodness, man. It will look so good. Like, I would love this. I really hope these places that you're teleported into, you can use them as farms or something. Not just as decoration. I'm hoping that it actually has some more use to it than just your own place to live. Or story part of it. But as you can see, this place is the same place. The tree in the beginning that I said that this already is in the game is the same place. So this is where the story is going to begin by the looks of it. 1.5 update is going to begin here. So the tree is right here. Oh, you couldn't see it, but whatever. So Zhongling, the thing I want to talk about. I'm 100% sure, guaranteed that, not guaranteed, but I'm pretty sure that he will be in the newest banner, honestly, just because of how much screen time he has and how much time they putting emphasis on Zhongling. So I think they're going to rerun him in the new 1.5 update. I think it's a good idea just because when he was released, he was kind of garbage, and when they buffed him, he became kind of overpowered, and everybody wants him. Like, I would really love to get him. He's a really great character. Like, compared to every other character, I would straight up only roll for Zhongling just because how good he is. Yeah, and the newest boss, I'm kind of interested just because he's able to create other bosses. But at the same time, he just reminds me of the old boss, like the latest boss they added, like the world boss. So it's kind of weird. They could have just done some other boss. Like, they didn't have to reuse the same type of a boss. It feels kind of reused in my opinion, but it looks cool and that stuff. Would be cool if we can tame him as a pet. Imagine. I would love it, but I doubt it. But it will be interesting. But I do hope that he is actually a world boss, like a boss that you can farm multiple times. And I hope that he actually has better loot than other world bosses. Like, because he's able to spawn other bosses and because he seems a lot harder than every other boss, I hope his loot is way better than any other boss. So he actually gives sustainable loot. Like, you will actually want to farm him. Even though he's harder, he gives better stuff. Compared to other bosses, that would make way more sense. But if he doesn't, it would be kind of sad. I am hoping that the artifacts, like the gladiator you just said, I hope instead of dropping 1 in AR-55, he drops 2, like guarantees. That would be nice. Like, and maybe instead of being 40 energy, he's like 60 maybe. and he drops a lot better loot and a lot better stuff, like a lot more crystals. So I'm hoping that he can drop at least the 3 different, the ice, the fire, and the water crystals. If he can drop all 3 of them, maybe even the ascension material, the ascension boss materials, that would be also cool. That would be really interesting. I don't know what essential material he would drop, like if it's like if they don't add that, like if they don't add the essential material, so what essential material he would drop. Maybe Xiao's essential material, but whatever, that would be interesting. So as you can see, so this is the builder. This is, I'm guessing, the teacup that you go into. You're able to build your own places, but as you can see, all right, these are rundown houses, and by the looks of it, maybe you can fix them up, build them up, maybe. But as you can see, this is the tower. It's pretty interesting, but as you can see, this is an island. Like, these are multiple islands that are chained. I think this is a pretty big area, actually. And I really hope it's not just a city builder. If it is, it's going to be kind of dumb. And if it is a city builder, at least leave it forever. It's not a timely event, because if they're going to make it a timely event, it's going to be stupid, straight up. There's other stuff they added. I think it would be stupid if they made it a timely event. I hope this is a permanent thing. Like, you're able to build stuff and this will be your own home. Because in my opinion, in Genshin Impact, the main thing you're kind of lost is your own home, your own place. Like, I don't know, like, I always love to have my own home. Like, in Minecraft, I always love to create a house and build stuff. Like, actually have a chest where I store my stuff. Like, I think that's the thing that's missing in Genshin Impact. I know you're a traveler, you should be traveling all over the place, so it doesn't make sense for you to have a house, but a house that you can travel with, that's amazing. So I am hoping this is your house. This is a permanent addition to the game, and you're able to do this. But I don't understand why there's so many houses. Like, unless these houses are like, you can put your characters, like characters that you summon in God, put them inside it, and for example, if you put them inside, they give you some kind of material, like some either mora or like food, like carrots maybe, or some random stuff, man. I don't like, if they did that, that would be pretty cool, just because it would actually make sense to build these stuff than just not. It would be interesting. So as you can see, you can add dogs, cats, animals, but you cannot have people in it. As you can see, you can invite your friends, but there's no other living beings except playable characters in this place. As you can see, this is the way I'm guessing you're able to get the materials to build the stuff, but this is also important later on, I think, right here. So as you can see, these are your boosts, so if you put them in, it gives you a boost. So I'm guessing you would use this before fighting a boss. Like, I'm guessing the latest boss that you fight with, like, you can use these materials to get a buff and use them. That would be pretty interesting, like having a way to get buffs before you enter in. And for example, if you want to make it easy, you would just get a ton of these, you would farm these and go into the boss with insane amount of boost, so it will be super easy for you. Or if you just want to kill the boss and you want a challenge, you don't use this, you just go in raw with nothing and you would fight the boss. That would be interesting. So this is some kind of dungeon that they're in. This is, I'm pretty sure, another dungeon. So that's interesting. Okay, this is still the dungeon. So this is hide and seek. I don't like this, in my opinion, just because it's kind of stupid that they're adding this. Like, straight up, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I know this is a mini game. Unless they're going to leave it forever, like, I don't see the point of this. Like, I know it's like, oh yeah, it's just for fun, like some kind of content. I don't like this. Rather than focusing on the main story and focus on actually character development and that stuff instead of creating these mini games that they take away. I hope this mini game actually stays, because if this is a mini game that actually stays, I can see myself actually playing this. Just because I used to play in Call of Duty, if you guys remember, you also used to play hide and seek and that stuff. Especially in the new Call of Duties, there's a lot of stuff. As you can see, it is hide and seek pretty much. So, also Diona has been also prevalent in this video, so I'm guessing she will also be in one of the banners. Also, I think you have to do quests in order to unlock the blueprints to build stuff, so that's pretty cool. So that's the blueprint. So this is the newest character. That's interesting, her attack style. So I'm kind of hyped for her. I'm happy that they're adding more 4-star characters instead of just 5 stars. That's pretty cool. This is a story tree, I'm guessing, or character tree, like you can do stuff. I'm not interested in that, honestly. I don't like, I know I said I like character development. I don't like character development with dialogue. I like character development with action, with actual making sense. But yeah, but this is the main thing I want to talk about. This is a 10 out of 10. This is the most important thing that they're going to be adding, this artifact set. Perfect, amazing, a god tier, the top one. So as you can see, the 2-piece increases your HP by 20%, not the best, but the thing that really makes it is the 4-piece. Is like when an elemental skill is okay, when an elemental skill hits an opponent and the attack of all party members nearby, all nearby party members is increased by 20%, and their shield strength is increased by 30%. So I feel like this is going to be amazing for Diona, mainly because she can heal and create shields, so this is going to be really useful for her. And the rest of it makes it really broken. This effect can be triggered once every 0.5 seconds, so you can constantly keep this up. This effect can still be triggered even when the character who is using the artifact set is not in the field. So this is gonna be the must-have set for support characters. Just because you don't have to have them on the field in order to trigger this effect, first of all. Second of all, it's giving you a 20% attack boost. That's pretty much a pyro resonance. Pretty much, that's amazing. And it gives you a shield boost. So Geo characters and Diona will love this. Like, it's really good. Even Xingqiu, or whatever her name is, the pyro girl, she's also going to be useful just because it increases the shield. That's really nice. So this will be a must-have, in my opinion. Like, this is going to be amazing for Diona. It will be amazing for Xingyang, that's her name. Xingyang, amazing for any other Geo characters that create shields. Like, this is a must-have. This is an amazing support set. The other set is kind of weird. It's a physical set. It increases your physical damage by 25%. Kind of weak, in my opinion. Like, it's pretty nice, but we already have a physical set that's kind of trash. The 4-piece is kind of trash, but this 4-piece is kind of interesting. When an elemental skill hits an opponent, attack is increased by 9% for 7 seconds. That's a pretty long. That's 7 seconds is pretty long. This effect can stack up to 2 times and can trigger once every 0.3 seconds. So you have to have a very fast elemental skill in order to keep this up. So I think it's going to be interesting for Diluc, or what other characters have fast multiple chargers, like Sucrose. Like, I don't know, like, what character will use this? Like, this is a physical build, so the best character would be Razor, but Razor doesn't have that fast of a elemental skill. Kind of fast, but I don't think fast enough to get the 2 stacks, maybe. And Visaria also doesn't really have multiple chargers or fast elemental skills, so it's going to be interesting how you can stack this. And the rest of it is, once 2 attacks are reached, the second stage is increased by 100%. So I don't understand what the second stage is. So I'm guessing the first stage, it only increases by 9%, increases your attack by 9%, but it's kind of be overpowered if the second stage increases it by 100%. It will be interesting. If it's able to do that, that's kind of broken, like straight up broken, like 100% attack increase. It's gonna be insane. I doubt that's what it is, but if it is that broken, straight up. But I do want to know what this artifact set will be good for. I am guessing the new character, the ice character, will be a physical damage based, just because this reminds me of her character design, and I think it's going to suit her a lot. It will suit her very well just because of the artifact set. And the artifact set is pretty nice. If I am understanding it correctly, increases by 100%. I'm guessing 100% damage. But that will be way too overpowered, so I'm not sure. So is that it, or is there something else? Oh, that's it. So that's pretty much it. That literally took us 31 minutes to watch a barely a 5-minute video. So yeah, but that's besides the point. The new update seems pretty hyped. I am interested in the new characters. I'm happy. I'm 100% sure at least one of those characters is a 4-star. And I'm pretty sure that Zhongling will be added into the latest banner, like the 1.5 update banners. So that's pretty nice. So the boss looks pretty interesting and lame at the same time. I really hope they actually do something special with him. If they're going to do the same thing that they did with the latest boss they added, the Geo boss they added, the world boss, is gonna be straight up boring. It will be garbage, and maybe it's going to be a weekly boss, which would make him both interesting, and if they make him a weekly boss, it would make sense actually, just because he does remind me of a lot of Dvalin, of how he acts. He does remind me of that. I think that like Zhongling, it makes sense if it is a weekly boss, but at the same time, I don't wish it to be a weekly boss. I don't know. If it is a weekly boss, I wouldn't be sad about it. But if it's not a weekly boss and they don't change anything, they don't get better rewards, or it's the same rewards like every other boss, I'll kind of be pissed about it. So if it's a weekly boss, I'll be fine with it, because we don't really have that many weekly bosses. But if it's just a regular boss, it's gonna be kind of lame. But besides the point, the new teacup is gonna be interesting. It has a lot of emphasis on it. By the looks of it, it is something going to stay forever. It's not a timely event. It's not something you do once and that's it. Besides that, I don't see anything that really stood out to me. The artifact sets are straight up the best. And the artifact sets, the boss I am guessing that we will be fighting against, I'm not sure if I already talked about, is the latest the latest enemy that we fought in the story mission. So this
vengeance will be mine.
Where is he? So this guy, this is probably the challenge, the enemy that we will be fighting in the artifact dungeon, because this reminds me of the artifacts dungeon a lot. So I'm guessing he is going to be the boss for it. So that's nice. Because I haven't fought him actually, and from what I heard, he's pretty easy. So it's nice to have easy artifact bosses. Like, I'm happy when there's easy artifact bosses, because it makes it farming a lot easier than having hard bosses, in my opinion. But yeah, if you guys do enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe for more videos, hit that bell notification so you're notified whenever I upload a video on the new 1.5 update. So I'm really hyped for that. And as you can see, I'm losing my voice because I recorded already this video twice over, and my voice is pretty much gone. So if you guys did enjoy this, please leave a like and subscribe. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, and let me catch you next time.